Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. This is a message for Pisces all placement. Don't forget to like the video. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I'm live for the messages, other readings, and lots more. Feel free to leave me a comment to let me know how it resonates. If you're watching this after the live stream, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. All right, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. I do apologize for the delay, but I definitely want to get this message out. We definitely need a fresh message for 2026. Okay, we're going to look into the energy, see what's there, see what's in store. And as always, we promote forward movement on this channel. Okay. All right, let's get into it. All right, what do we have for Pisces? What messages do we have for Pisces? Give me one moment, y'all. I'll be right back. Okay. What are my messages for Pisces? Messages for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, cross watcher. See if I can share this, y'all. Messages for Pisces. What is the overall energy for my Pisces? We have the Five of Cups. Bottom of the deck, I have the Eight of Cups in the reverse. Pisces, this is someone or people or however you resonate with this message, but this is definitely an energy of someone that, hey loner, this is definitely an energy of someone that didn't think that they would be affected by you walking away, like or you pulling your energy back, but they are. This is a person that feels great sadness because you've pulled away, you've pulled out. Like, this could have been a person that felt like they wouldn't be affected by anything, like it wouldn't bother them, or they wanted to trick themselves into thinking that. But Pisces, this is far from the truth. Clarify the Five of Cups here. The Nine of Wands in the reverse and the Knight of Pentacles. Yes, this person is, I'm hearing, heavily guarded. So that could be you. But this person is very much bothered by the fact that you have chosen yourself or you've chosen your life. You're going forward. You know what I mean? There's nothing that you're allowing to stand in the way. The only person that could stand in the way would be you. But you're not even allowing yourself to stand in the way of what you want. You are really pushing yourself forward to getting what you deserve. The Eight of Cups is in the reverse. Let's clarify that. We have the Temperance in the reverse, and we have the Ace of Swords in the reverse. Yes, Pisces, this person, no peace inner turmoil, inner conflict. They can't blame you for how they feel. They can only blame themselves. With the Six of Wands here, this person could have thought that they were being victorious in whatever endeavor that they went with. Okay, whatever they thought they were doing, they could have felt like, okay, I'm winning. This is the best thing. But with the world here, and then we have the moon in the reverse, like they see now, Pisces, that it was not the best thing. It just wasn't. They wanted it to be, but it was not. Okay, with the Seven of Swords here in the reverse, this right here in the past, like this person could have thought their deception or the way that they were handling themselves was going to bring about a different outcome than the actual outcome. The actual outcome that I'm feeling here, Pisces, is that you just declared that you were not going to get involved. You declared that you were not going to be in a state of feeling guilt or feeling shame for your own choices. And this person, it almost feels like they tried to deceive you, tried to be deceptive, all these different things, but they're seeing like that rolled off of you. Like you're actually proving to be stronger than what they thought, or they actually seeing that you're not the person that they thought you were. I don't know who they thought you were, but they're seeing that you're not that person. Two of Pentacles here in the reverse, and the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. This is a person that could have been thinking that maybe they could get under your skin, they could influence you, or they took your kindness for weakness. This is that kind of vibe. This could have been a friend that you helped out a whole lot, and he or she maybe thought you were going to stay the same. Maybe they thought they could continue to use you. I'm going to just put it out there. Maybe, and I don't mean to trigger anybody, but this person could have felt like they were going to continue to be able to use you, tell you what you wanted to hear in order to get what they want without having any type of accountability. This is a person that felt like you were on the low end of the totem pole. Like, honestly, they felt like you emotionally, they could manipulate you. They felt like if they made you upset or something like that, that you would just continue to do whatever it is that you were doing. With the King of Pentacles here, you are proving to be very strong. You're proving to be very wise. You're proving to be very resilient, very responsible. And to be honest, Pisces, this is something that they're seeing that they can't compete with the King of Wands here in the reverse, and we have the Emperor in the reverse. Yeah, they're seeing they can't compete with this. There's nothing that they can do. They can't master your emotions. Okay, they can't master your emotions. They may have thought they could, but they cannot, because the one thing about it, when you walk away from this person, whether it's one person or a group, okay, or a job, or a place of a residence, or a place of business, once you walk away, you're in your own world. That's the thing about people. They mistake that how they treat you in that area in life, however you meet them, they feel like there's going to be other areas that you're not going to be able to prosper in, and that's far from the truth. Like, it's like this: if I walk away from you, yeah, you're disrespectful, I walk away from you, my life still goes on. So now this person is seeing that when they walk away from you, when they walk away from that situation, you still got a whole life going. You still got a whole purpose going. And there's nothing that they can do or say to deter you from that. And that is something that it took a while for them to see, because there could have been something that they felt like they had on you. They felt like they had you emotionally, with the Six of Swords in the reverse. Like, this person could have really thought they had you to a point where you couldn't make it, or you couldn't go every day without talking to them or checking on them or whatever like that. And Pisces, you're proving to be a lot tougher than they thought. Like, oh, Pisces is not as soft as I thought. Huh. They can walk away. They can not call. They can not show up. They can have a limit. Right? Because this person thought you were weak. But they had it all wrong. They had it all wrong with you. Maybe they thought you were going to cry about everything. Maybe they thought you were going to be sad about now. And maybe you were sad at one time. But after a while, we get tired of crying. You get tired of crying, and you get tired of being treated bad. And when you get to that place, that's when you make changes, right? But the older that we get, the more mature that we become, the more we understand. We stop doing that. We stop doing all that crime. We identify, hey, this isn't good for me. Let me leave this alone. You get it after a while. You understand. You recognize that you can't continue to stay in places where you're not welcome. You recognize that you can't continue to keep putting up with things that you normally wouldn't put up with. You recognize that. You see that. you know and when you see that and you declare that, other people see it, other people declare it, and it is what it is. With the 9 of Swords here in the reverse, that's what I'm saying. There's no more of this right here. You're not sitting up in despair, losing sleep, all of this kind of stuff. Why would you do that? Hey, Nancy, why would you do that? Why would you sit up and be and have a despair because of someone else's choices? Yes, they chose to mishandle you. Yes, they chose to disrespect you. But guess what you're choosing to do? Walk away. 11:11 I seen on a timer. So that's a new beginning. That's a new beginning. You're choosing to walk away from this. And quite frankly, Pisces, you're not missing anything. In fact, you're gaining even more by walking away from this. With the 4 of Swords, you know this. When you have time to think to yourself, when you contemplate here, you know that getting away from this toxicity was the best thing. It was full of heartbreak. There's 3 of Swords here on the wall. It was full of heartbreak, full of chaos, full of uncertainty. I mean, false hopes. You always had to be on guard. See how he's got that sword right there underneath? You always had to be on guard. And why would you want to continue to be in a situation like that? When you know with the 3 of Cups that you deserve to be around people that celebrate you. You deserve to be around people who love you for you. And that's what you're doing. Surrounding yourself with people that love you, that care for you, that want to be around you, that appreciate you, that admire your strength, that admire what you stand for. And not someone that feels like they want to minimize you in order to feel in control. With the Ace of Cups here in the reverse. Yeah. Clarify Ace of Cups with the King of Swords. You're better than that. 2 of Cups in the reverse. What you are getting away from, Pisces, there's nothing there. There's nothing there. It's nothing. With the Queen of Wands, if anything, you hold the value. You hold the value. Okay? They may have thought that they were going to be able to throw negativity at you, but one thing they're recognizing is that one monkey doesn't stop the show. Okay? I know y'all have heard that in songs, figuratively speaking, all that good stuff. But what they're seeing is that one monkey does not stop the show. That's just one person that, for whatever the reason, you can't get along with. But there's so many other people that love you, so many other people that admire you, so many people that actually like talking to you and being around you. So why would you worry about this small population of people, or if it's only just one person disliking you? And honestly, the reason why I feel like they maybe dislike you, or they're not keen to your energy, is because they can't recognize it, because you're repelling all this bad stuff. You're standing up for what you know is right, with the 6 of Pentacles here in the reverse. And you're no longer giving out your energy with the 7 of Pentacles and the Page of Swords in the reverse. You are keeping yourself separate. You are keeping yourself sane. You can be so emotionally wrapped up that you can't even do anything for yourself, and you're not allowing that anymore with the Page of Swords in reverse. You got some good stuff coming in, or you are experiencing some good things right now. Lots of growth, lots of understanding. You're an Empress. Male or female, you are in this Empress energy. You have high standards for yourself. You love you. You know what you deserve. And this is what you're attracting. You're attracting great things, great people, great opportunities. I'm not saying that everything's going to be sunshine and rainbows, but I do feel like, Pisces, you're at a place of recognizing when things go left and when they go right. And you're also seeing that just because you have rain, it doesn't mean you can't whip out that umbrella and keep yourself covered. We can't get away from all the rain in life, but we can anchor ourselves and continue to work on ourselves so that when the rain happens, we have our own inner umbrella that covers us, that keeps us strong, that keeps us focused. As long as we have faith and keep our destiny and purpose as a reflection of the Most High's gift to us. That's the way that we continue to go forward. That's the way that we continue to prosper. And I feel like that is what you're doing here, Pisces. And you do have people that do not understand that. You have people that just don't get that because they're too busy trying to figure out how to break you. And the whole time when they're trying to break you, they're sitting here with the Three of Wands losing time. They're losing time. They're wasting time trying to figure out how to break you. And they're already broken. Right? Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes people can get so caught up doing that, trying to break somebody else, that they forget about their own stuff. And then when they look around, their stuff is all messed up. It's all broken. And Pisces, you don't have time to keep allowing yourself to be around stuff like that. You have way better things going on for you. You just do. Okay? And you know what you deserve. And you know what you don't deserve. All right? Let's look at the energies around y'all. Hey, everybody. Hey, Janice. Hey, Yin Min. All right? Let's see what's going on around you. What is going on around Pisces? Energy around Pisces. What is the energy around my Pisces? What's the overall energy here? Overall energy. The Empress. Wow. Bottom of the deck, we have the Moon in the reverse. The Empress came out in your reading. If you didn't get a chance to get the Pisces reading, please do so. Don't go now. I want you to watch this and then make sure you rewind and go back, okay? What is the overall energy? Well, we got the Empress and the Moon. Pisces, that's definitely, the Moon is in the reverse. So somebody's seeing you step into a whole different kind of power. They could have thought you were in this whole Pisces mode where they thought, sometimes people think Pisces are soft. Like they think water signs are just soft. Like all we do is cry. All we do is sit in our feelings and all this kind of stuff. And that may be true. I don't care if people consider me sensitive. That lets me know that I care about myself and I care about others. Okay? So, yes, you'd have to get a personal for that. Thank you, Loner, for that. Yeah, visit my website, www.theempress555.com for information on personals or questions. Okay, but yeah, this could be where Pisces people just, for some reason, feel like water signs are just soft. All we do is cry. All we do is stay in our feelings. All we do is dream. All we do is reminisce on who hurt us or what hurt us. We can't move forward. But there is a flip side to the water signs. There's a whole different side there. Okay? There's a whole different side that people are not, usually they're not expecting because you come off so loving and so caring. And Pisces, you know, we have a tendency to pour into people. We will pour into people like nobody's business. And sometimes we can pour so much. I think my bag fell in there, y'all. We can pour so much into others that we almost deplete ourselves. That's right, Loner. We have fish going both ways for a reason. Yes, we cry, but we can change up. Change up quick. Quick, y'all. You know? Quick. So, yeah. If you ever think about that, I'm wanting to say they pronounced it the shul. Shula fish. I used to think it was school. I think it's shula fish. Y'all, if you got the correct pronunciation, please let me know. But if you think about the fish in the ocean, in the sea, and how they all swim together, one direction, right? But if you notice, when they switch up, when it's time to change pace, they go completely to the opposite side and they don't turn around. You know what I mean? And that's pretty much what we do. We will just be as we will glide as peaceful and as just, oh my God, as serene as ever. But if you piss us off, if you hurt us bad enough, we will swim that other way and keep right on swimming. You can be screaming, hey, I'm sorry, hey. Pisces still going. And that's what I feel like has happened here. You have gotten away from a situation that somebody thought was going to break you. You ended up, without you even knowing it, breaking this person. This person, like I said before, they are already broken, but something about you broke them down even more. Clarify the Empress, the Ace of Wands in reverse, and the Prince of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, yeah. By you standing up for what you know was right, which is, like I always tell people, when somebody is crazy and they want to talk crazy to you, I'll tell them real quick, you don't get to talk to me like that. I can't help what you say. I can't control your words. But what I know is when you talking to me, if you want to continue talking to me, you're going to talk to me like you got some sense. Or else we don't have nothing to talk about. I can't control your words, but if you going to talk to me, you're going to talk to me like you got some sense. Period. I don't tolerate anything less than that. And so when you're like that, there are people that don't know what to do with it. But if they are people that won't respect themselves, they understand. Some people won't respect, but they want to disrespect. And the two cannot go together. The two cannot go together. So this is what I'm seeing here. That it was a disrespect situation happened, and you decided to pull your energy away, and somebody didn't think that you would do that. The Four of Swords in reverse and the Princess of Cups in reverse. Somebody didn't think you would pull away like that. They didn't think that. They thought they had something over your head. Maybe they felt like, oh, Pisces is my daughter. Pisces is my son. I know that if I say this, they're still going to come and help me. They're still going to call me. You know, you got a toxic family like that. Or if you've been in a relationship, oh, we've been together like 5-10 years. Oh, man, there's no way Pisces would just walk away from me. Huh. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. With the Princess of Pentacles here, yeah, yeah. They may have thought you were just a sweet, angelic person, and you are. But with the Six of Cups in the reverse, when you get tired, you pull away. With the Tower in the reverse, and they may have thought you wouldn't end things. But here in the past with the Magician, you were working on an exit plan. Maybe you gave this situation a lot of time. Maybe you gave this person chances. You may not have even told them that you were giving them chances. Maybe behind the scenes in your mind, you were like, they got one more time. They got one more time. Like, really, you probably said they got one more time. And that one more time came. And what did it manifest? Look, the Chariot. Yep. It manifested the Chariot. You getting away from it. Three of Wands and focusing on what you need to focus on. Y'all, the cards don't lie. That's what it manifested. You getting away. That third time, fourth time, however many times you went through whatever you went through, it ended up manifesting you getting away from this. And you going towards what you know is best for you. With the Two of Swords in the reverse here, that Two of Swords in the reverse led to you not even being confused anymore. Maybe you were in your feelings about it at Pisces. Like, oh my God, that's family. I don't know if I could stop talking to family. Okay, I can. I don't know if I could stop talking to the love of my life. We've been together since high school. Okay, we got kids together. And how are they treating you? And this is where I feel like that came in, where you just said, I don't care how long we've known each other. I don't care how we're connected, with the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse and the World in the reverse. I don't like how I'm being treated. with the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. And this is where you decided to turn the tables for yourself, which also with the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, let this person know what kind of time you're on. With the Ace of Swords and the Three of Cups in the reverse. Yeah. This is what let this person know that they can't play with you. They may have thought they could play with you, but they can't play with you. When you put your foot down, so you put your foot down. A lot of times people be looking, they try to see what buttons they can press. That's just some people, I hate to say it. Low vibrational people are like con artists. They're constantly trying to figure out how to get at you, to break you down, to get what they want. And maybe at one point, Pisces, it worked because of how you felt about this person. But I feel like over time, you have gotten to a place where you don't tolerate that kind of stuff. With the Four of Cups here in the reverse, every time this person tries to mess with you, with the Queen of Swords here, something happens with them. I kid you not. Nine of Cups in the reverse. Every time they try to go after a chosen one, a person that is divinely guided to do great things. I'm not saying life has been easy for you. Most of the time, chosen ones have so much adversity. But every time somebody tries to go after a good person with a good heart, things happen to them. Things happen to them. And that's what I feel like happened here. Princess of Wands in the reverse. Anything that they tried to do, it crumbles. Because they have ill intentions. Trying to bring you down, they bring themselves down. Trying to take away from you, somebody take away from them. Ace of Swords here in the reverse. Yep. With the High Priestess in the reverse and the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. Sometimes you just got to let people have whatever it is that they want. You got to just say, you win. Watch that person's face when you say that. You win. I've done all I could do. Evidently, what I'm doing is not good enough. You win. You win, sis. You win, bro. It make a person feel bad, y'all. I'm telling you, with the Eight of Cups. It's something about the thrill of the chase. It's something about somebody being able to go back and forth with you, disrespect you, and y'all go back and forth. That's exciting. They want to be able to have something to talk about. Well, if Pisces says this, then I'm going to say this. And Pisces did this, and I'm going to do this. But when you say, hey, you won, the look on their face, Janice, y'all, if you really want to get somebody's goat, as they say that. You won. You good. Clearly, what I've been trying to do isn't good enough for you, and I accept that. You win. All of a sudden, the game is not as interesting. You know? Oh my gosh, Lona, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, Janice, all of a sudden, the back and forth and all this stuff isn't as interesting. Just give it to him. Give it over to God first. When you got a situation that you see that you're not able to make a difference in, give it to God first. And then give it to this person. Say, hey, look, you win. Clearly, you're doing a better job than I am. You win. I give the baton to you. I'm giving you the space to do you, boo. Just get away from it. I promise you, their mouth is going to hit the floor. Their mouth is going to hit the floor. Because most people don't expect people to do that. They expect people to keep right on going back and forth. But when you say, God, I've done all I could do. I'm giving this up. And then you go to that person, you say, look, I'm through. You win, I lose. I'm good with that. I got to fight the battles that I can what? Win. I can't win this one. And that's what I feel like you've done. You got away from a Pisces with the Eight of Cups. That's what happened. And how did this make this person feel? Bow out gracefully to keep peace. You built for yourself. Absolutely. Absolutely. How did this make this person feel, Pisces, that you walked away from? You said you win. You won. Four of Wands in reverse, not so good. The Four of Wands is feeling happy. It's feeling sad. It's not feeling sad. But the Four of Wands in the reverse, this card came out in the reverse. This person feels defeated because you forfeit the game. So they got a cheap win. It wasn't even a win that they could actually play the game and win. You gave them a win. So guess what? It don't have a value like that. I don't want nobody to let me win. I want to win. But you let them win. And what do they feel like? A cheap trick with a cheap trophy. A cheap trick with a cheap trophy. Five of Swords in the reverse here. The Six of Wands in the reverse. And the Death card. Look at that. You can't make this up. Five of Swords in the reverse. The Six of Wands in the reverse. And then we got the Death card. You changed the game on them, Pisces. You flipped the script. There you go, boom, loner. Boom. They want you to react and be miserable. No, sir. No, sir. No, ma'am. You win, sis. You win, bro. I'm good. I'm just a squirrel in your world. I'm just a squirrel in your world, chick. I'm just a squirrel in your world. I'm over here. I'm chilling. I'm going to let you run this. You the king. You the queen. I'm just a squirrel in your world. And that's pretty much what you've done. And you changed the game. You changed the game. The Death card is a new beginning. So now it's a new thing going on here. Give me more on this energy here. You changed the vibe. You changed the energy. Because you shut it down. You said you won. Y'all good. Seven of Pentacles. You shown growth. Ace of Cups in reverse. You shown growth. With the Eight of Wands and forward movement. And the Queen of Pentacles. Look at that. Because you know what the divine has for you. That little situation that you just couldn't get right with or trying to find peace with. You couldn't find peace with that person or that people or those people or that job. You realize, hey, this is just a small part of my life. Once I get rid of this, I can take that and add something else because I got all this other stuff going on. All these blessings coming in. God got me going this direction. Got me focused on my gifts and my purpose. I got this person that want to be around me. I got that person want to be around me. You know, you seeing it like that. You like, wait a minute. I'm not about to sit here and be sad because this person didn't see my worth. They didn't value my opinion. They didn't value my insight. Why am I going to be mad about that? I'm going to let them win. Alchemize that hurt. Boom. That's right, loner. Let them win. And what that win feel like? A cheap win with a cheap trophy. When you let somebody win, y'all, it don't feel good. Nine of Swords in the reverse. And the Six of Swords. You let a person win, it does not feel good. The Lovers in the reverse and the Ten of Cups. Yeah. Yeah. They have plenty of emotions. The Ten of Cups is a lot of emotions. But see, the Lovers is in the reverse because this puts them in their feels. This puts them in their emotions. You know, when you let a person win and you say, hey, I'm good. I give up. You're going to go against me anyway with the Queen of Wands and the Ten of Swords. You're going to go against me. So I'm just, I'm sitting here as the Queen of Wands. I'm trying to help. I'm trying to be who I want somebody to be to me. And every time I turn around, you're going to bring this energy here. So let me just go away and let you do what you do. Seven of Swords. Look at that. Let me go away because every time I try, you're going to try to throw a sword in my back. So instead of doing that, I'm going to just get away with the Princess of Swords in reverse. And I'm going to let you win. I'm going to let you do you, boo. I'm going to let you do you. Ace of Pentacles here and the Ten of Wands. Leave the burden on them, Pisces. They didn't win. This Ace of Pentacles is in the reverse. The Ace is the highest card when it comes to the Pentacle energy. Earth energy. It's in the reverse. They did not win. They lost. Because anytime somebody got to give you a win, you didn't win. You actually lost. Because it's just a cheap win with a cheap trophy. Let them have the burdens. You take the high road. You brought it into this for a reason with the death card. Let them deal with the burdens. You take the high road. You take the high road with the Three of Swords and the Two of Cups. Absolutely. I'm hearing, y'all remember that song? It's like, breakups to makeups. I don't know why I'm hearing that. I'm hearing breakup to makeup. So yeah, it may have hurt your feelings. It may have brought some pain or some confusion or disappointment. But guess what? It's helping you to shift gears with the Two of Cups. This could be you meeting someone new or just becoming more in tune with self. Two of Cups doesn't have to be just love. It could be just you becoming more in tune with yourself and in tune with what you know and feel is right. That's what I'm saying here. So leave them with the burden of it all, Pisces. Yep. Prince of Wands in reverse and the Justice in reverse. You got other things to do. They still worried about they still worried about whatever this was, and you on to something else. You on to the next one. You on to the next one. They trying to get on under your skin over one thing, and you on to the next one. This literally happened to me, y'all. There was one situation that I had a group of friends, and we were just in college. I don't know. I'm thinking that we were just growing up more and growing away from each other. And so there were things I started noticing that no matter what I did or said, my suggestions weren't, they were not the ones that the rest of the group wanted to be with or go with. And so I finally got to a place in my life where I just said, hey, clearly what I'm doing and what I'm saying is not what y'all want to hear. So y'all win. Y'all can have it. And then they wanted to keep talking about it later. So what I did was I said, well, did you go and did you ask Kelly what she thought? Or did you ask Thomas what he thought? I started just pointing other people in the group out so they could go talk to them, because see, I had already decided and I already had proof that my input didn't mean anything to them. So I started referring them to other people. And they didn't like that. Literally, I got it off me. I'm like, hey, what I was doing wasn't working for you. So why don't you try this person? Why don't you try this person? And why don't you try that person? And I kept doing that, y'all. And after a while, let's just say I didn't get many calls after a while, but I was okay with it. You gotta be happy when people don't want to deal with you, because a lot of times they're saving you, especially if they're not good people. Yeah. So I started redirecting them. I started directing them towards people that they felt knew more than me, or they felt were better fit for them. I mean, hey. And that's sometimes what you have to do. You got to let people go in order for them to grow, and then they'll know. But usually by the time that they know, you're not interested anymore. Okay? Wow, y'all. This is interesting. So just remember that this is the year of the red horse, 2026. So remember that, all about forward movement. I believe last year, I think it was DP, I think it was you that told me last year. It was you or Teresa, one of y'all ladies, that told me that last year was the year of the snake. Shedding old things or shedding old values or something like that. Shedding old belief systems. This is the year of the red horse. This is the year of forward movement. So you got rid of what didn't work, and now you're moving forward, and you figured out what works. Thank you, Janice. Thank you, DP. You figured out what didn't work last year and years before, and now you're on to bigger and better things. You either know what's going to work for you, or you're discovering what works for you more, and you're going forward with that. And this is where I feel like that energy is coming from, where you're just like, hey, you win. You win. You win. I'm not going to fuss about it. I'm not going to argue with you. You win. You won. I got it. You won. Game over. We don't have to play the game anymore. Game over. Right? Game over. And that's how you got to see it. When you have done all that you can, when you have exhausted all options, it's time to forfeit the game. Boom. Yeah, snakes being revealed, all that. I'm a firm believer that when I know my place, I stay there. When I figure out what I mean to people or how much I mean to people, I don't try to force myself into doors that are not meant to open for me. If I'm not supposed to go in there, there's probably a reason. You know, the doors that you're supposed to go into will fly open for you. You don't even have to knock. But when I got to knock and then they got to go look out the window, decide, you know what I'm saying? I know this figuratively, but if they got to try to question whether or not they want to deal with me, you don't have to question that, boo. Don't even do that. Just don't deal with me because I'm not going to deal with you. And that's how you got to be. You got to call it for what it is. You got to see things for what it is. Don't be mad. Try not to be mad when people don't appreciate your opinions or your outlook or your presence. Try not to get upset this year about that, y'all. Just see it for what it is and say, okay, cool. How I am doesn't work for you. That's great. I got to keep it pushing. DP says it came out, y'all. Yes, that fool was mad because he could never get his hands on my abundance. He became ugly, mean, and emotional, unavailable. I guess that was to punish me, a real hater. Yep. So that's what I'm saying, y'all. You really have to try not to get upset when people show you they don't value you. And that can be hard, but we can't make people value us. And when you are in a position where you feel like you gotta do that, you're losing. So you want to always win, right? When you are keep showcasing your value, keep doing and doing and doing, and people just pretty much wiping their feet on you, you're losing. But the way to win the game is to say, you win. I get it. I'm good. I'm not going to fight you on it. I'm not going to go back and forth. I agree. In fact, I support you. I support you not wanting my opinion. I support you not seeing things in the same way. I support you not even respecting me. I support that because that's what's working for you. Now, does that mean I'm going to stand around and keep listening to it or keep being around it? No. But I support it. You win. So remember that, y'all. Going forward, watching this reading, whether you're watching it live or you're watching it after the fact, remember, try not to be upset when people don't want to listen to you or they don't value your opinion or they don't want your input. Be okay with letting them win. Be okay with letting them do what it is that they feel is best for them. It's going to save you and it's going to teach them. That doesn't mean that everything you say and do is the right thing. You know, nobody's perfect. But what I'm talking about is when you're trying to give your good energy out to people by advice or just being there or doing things for them and they are rejecting it, be okay with the rejection because a lot of times it's a protection. It's protecting you from being used. It's protecting you from going through. Like I had a family member tell me, don't talk to me anymore. And I'm like, cool. Say less, say no more. I'm glad you told me that because that way I don't have to worry about talking to you and I don't have to worry about you asking me for money. Great. Haven't spoke to that person in 3 months and I'm happy. Walk right by them like I don't even see them. And I'm happy about that. Don't think you're making me sad because I got tired of you asking me for stuff anyway. You know, people think it's hurting. It's going to hurt you when they don't talk to you and don't deal with you. No. That's just one less person you don't have to worry about. Okay, so keep that in mind, y'all. Thank you so much. Make sure you like this video. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I'm live. For the messages of the readings and lots more, feel free to leave me a comment to let me know how it resonates. If you're watching this after the stream, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. Have a beautiful day, y'all. Stay blessed and safe. Remember that you're worth it always. Take care of yourself, love, and light, and we will definitely talk again soon. Bye, y'all.